Alright, what's going on, guys? Trey back again. I'm going to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video talking about the rumors that the Batman and Superman movie hitting in 2015 will actually be called or be Batman versus Superman or Superman versus Batman. Okay, so I've kind of given my thoughts on this a little bit in the video where I was talking about the announcement that the movie was going to be a Batman and Superman movie. Now people are starting to speculate, and somebody has discovered that Warner Brothers has actually registered some domain names for websites. If you type in www.batmanversussuperman.com, or the opposite, supermanversusbatman.com, you will find that Warner Brothers has purchased both the domains, which previously they did not have. So what that means is that the movie itself could actually end up being your Dark Knight Returns Batman versus Superman movie rather than just a world's finest, Batman and Superman team up type movie to face against, I don't know, Lex Luthor and the Joker or somebody like that that is also teamed up. Which direction would I prefer they go? Well, actually, I think this is a really gutsy one. If the rumors are true and the registration means something, and the movie ends up actually being a Batman versus Superman or Superman versus Batman, I would prefer that route. I think that the world's finest is a safer route for them to go. It's more kid friendly. It's more acceptable and more casual. It's more regular for superhero movies to see them team up. Sort of like you have the Avengers. You get all the different Avenger members. They team up and they fight against the bad guy. Well, Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns saga, storyline, comic book series, and made into direct-to-DVD release animated movies, which, by the way, I can't recommend enough. They're amazing. If you haven't seen them, definitely put that down on the list to watch that because they are crazy good. Essentially, it sounds like, if the rumors are true, that's the direction they're going. That's gutsy. I like that. That's very gutsy for DC to do that. If they were to do a Batman versus Superman live action movie and actually just title it something like that, which of the two would they go with? Batman versus Superman or Superman versus Batman? I tend to think because we just had the Man of Steel, they would probably go Superman versus Batman at this point, just because that was the last one. Who's the bigger character of the two and deserves the first slot? Oh, that's a tough one. It could go either way. So we'll see what they end up doing with that, and hopefully this is legit and it's actually going to happen because I would be more excited to see that in a movie than probably anything I've ever seen before. More excited than I was for The Dark Knight Rises, even though was really excited for that because The Dark Knight was so good. Wanted to see the end of the trilogy, the Avengers, anything else. I can't think of a single thing that would be more epic than seeing that on the big screen in live action Batman versus Superman. And the other thing too is because the way The Dark Knight Returns is written, some people say, "Oh, it sounds contrived. It's just you're just making them verse each other," because people always like to debate that and talk about that. Well, actually, the storyline of The Dark Knight Returns is so brilliant because it basically it analyzes the characters and it says, okay, so Batman is not, okay, he is a vigilante, right? What he's doing is not legal, it's illegal. He's in tight with Commissioner Gordon, so Gordon allows it, but if Gordon was to retire and you had someone like Yindel come in, another commissioner, that person may not be cool with what Batman's doing the cop's job for them, putting people in danger. When you get involved in these types of things with the Joker, people get killed, buildings get destroyed, stuff happens and people die around when these things are happening and Batman's trying to save the day, right? He can't save everybody. These things do happen. So he'll get the blame for some of that, and he is a vigilante. So in a way, Batman is a criminal. So is Superman in that way, when you analyze it and you understand it like that. So seeing it that way, even though he's trying to help, still vigilantism, that's not most police officers and stuff like that. If you were to do that in the real world, they would arrest you, they would think you're crazy, they'd make you go for a psych evaluation. That's what they would do, right? So both Batman and Superman, when you analyze that, when you see that, they are really criminals. And the storyline of The Dark Knight Returns is essentially Batman is making everybody look bad. After essentially a nuke is fired at the States, Superman stops it, but is caught in the blast, so he's out of commission for a while. And during which time the electromagnetic pulse shuts down all power in a good portion of the United States. And basically you have Batman, and he is able to maintain order in Gotham when there is no electricity, there is no power, and people are going nuts thinking it's the apocalypse, all this stuff because of the nuke and everything going crazy. He maintains order. The government doesn't like that because every other city's in chaos, basically. So after, when things return back to normal, they want his ass out. They want him done. So they ask Superman, the president, asks Superman to go and stop Batman. Logical. Logical for the characters. Superman, Boy Scout, if the president asked him to do that, guess what would happen? He would go and tell Batman he needs to stop, or he would arrest him, wouldn't he? So that's why I think it's one of the most brilliant written stories, especially character-wise, in the history of comic books. And it's something that is so special that, if they were to make it into a movie, with that right there, making that, make sense. Have it not just be, oh yeah, we're just going to have them verse each other because it's fun, but actually analyzing it and seeing that would make for a perfect movie, I think, personally, because it's within both characters. It's within Batman to not be able to stop being Batman, even though he's a criminal, even though it's illegal what he's doing. It's not within the government to want to stop someone from doing that, and it's Superman within character. For the government, if they asked him to stop Batman, what would he do? He would. So that's why I think the story is so brilliant, and definitely if they go that route and the rumors are true and everything goes through, I think that could be the most epic Batman movie ever. I still would want to see Christian Bale as Batman, but I know it's probably not going to happen because they don't want to fit it in with the Nolan Dark Knight universe. They want to, as far as everything's been, all the interviews and stuff and what they've been saying, it sounds like that is a sealed deal, and going forward they don't want to touch that. That's its own thing. This is a new universe. They don't want to touch that and combine them or anything of the sort. So because of that, I could see them not going with Christian Bale or anybody that was involved in that trilogy at all. So that being said, we're going to need a new Batman. We'll see who they choose, and we'll see how they rewrite the story and how it all turns out in the end. But a Superman versus Batman live-action movie, that could go down as the most epic thing in the history of comic book movies. Easily, and gutsy. If they do it, man, credit to them. That's amazing. I can't wait to see it if that's the case. So let me know what you guys think about it. If you've read or if you've seen The Dark Knight Returns storyline, let me know what you think about the whole Superman versus Batman concept. I think it's brilliant, and if they go forward with that, I think that would be a tremendous success. I mean, everybody and their mother would want to go see that, I would think. So let's see if it happens. I hope it does, and then hopefully in a couple years later we can finally get a Justice League movie. So we'll see what happens with that. Because, see, the thing is, my last video I was talking about this a little bit. People are saying, the Justice League movie's still happening. Yeah, but, okay, maybe it will, but that's not the point of what I was saying. What I was saying is that it was supposed to happen in 2015, and instead of that, they're going with a Superman-Batman movie, just with the two of them. They're not doing Justice League now. So whether they do it later, yeah, okay, they could maybe do it in 2017, and I hope they do, but we were supposed to get it in 2015. So that's why I said it wasn't happening. It could happen later. I'm not saying it could never happen. Hopefully it does in 2017. But there's been reports for the last 2 years that it was happening in 2015. So, a lot of times people say, oh, this is confirmed, that's confirmed on the internet and stuff like that, and it's like, yeah, but this stuff hasn't been all ironed out yet. It's confirmed for 2017. And then we get to 2017 and it's like, I don't know, something else. They put out a solo Batman and solo Superman movie or something and don't do it. They've just been squeamish with the Justice League movie, and they should just damn well do it. But anyway, if we can't get a Justice League movie, if we can get a Batman versus Superman movie, I would be just as happy with that, and I can't wait to see it. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about the topic. Would you prefer Batman versus Superman, or would you prefer a World's Finest team-up movie? I would prefer the versus, just because that would be sick. Anyway, I'll call it here. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. This is Trev, and I'm saying peace.